We have another gentleman here. I'm very excited to talk to him. And I think we should just get the top thing out of the blue. But before we get to the top thing, please welcome Brady Hylton. Brady, you look great.
No,
pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Why did you decide to emulate The Rock circa late 1990s?
Dude, I didn't even realize that I was kind of looking like The Rock, and I feel like I missed out on an opportunity.
Let me double check this.
Yeah.
You didn't know that's how this looked.
Yeah, I did.
So this was a surprise to you. Who mentioned this to you?
Well, now a couple of people. I've got Alex was actually the first one to mention it, but I got Christos on my comments right now. So hopefully,
Christos is a fellow pro wrestling nerd, and I know this about him.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is why people should do a fit check on their Instagram before going out.
Yeah.
Especially for the media day, because I think, as you've determined, and I have to applaud you for this.
Yeah.
A lot of people got the memo, but didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts about the other fashion statements you've seen here today, sir?
I think it's like definitely a preference thing. Like the big thing with this outfit is it's comfy. So it's like one of those things that I like to wear. But I could tell some people are definitely like jiu-jitsu heads and they're wearing like t-shirts, or I see Anthony's wearing his little tropical.
He said that he was dressed as a dad, a retired dad. And I said, you don't have New Balance shoes, so I can't sign up on this. But you, head to toe, I have to say, like, this is a solid outfit.
Yeah.
So you did a good job.
Yeah.
It's just, as a pro wrestling fan, I couldn't help but think, well, this has to be purposeful. And then you come to tell me, like, actually, no, man, by surprise. Oops.
Well, now I feel bad for not saying it's on purpose.
Feel bad.
Yeah.
But I do feel like you marked the occasion well.
Yeah.
Is it important for you to win best dressed?
No, it's not at all important. But
What if I were to tell you we gave away something for best dressed?
I would dress even better.
We
than
don't. We just give out honors on our show.
Yeah.
So for the pre-show, you'll get some props.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, in the past, we have had some people, when we've done the pre-show, get into our DMs and be like, how come I was not named number one? And I go, because you weren't.
Yeah. It's kind of like the handsome title and everything like that.
People are very, very particular about their branding. So I try not to get there. Well, okay. Brady, you have such a very nice nature. Like, how are you a grappler? Because I've seen some of your matches. You're pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
But you're wonderfully nice and polite, and maybe laughing too much to make me think you would be a threat on the mat.
I am notorious for laughing on the mat while doing aggressive things. Because I'm really genuinely having the best time when I'm doing jiu-jitsu. I think, aggressive. Yes, I do a lot of like aggressive, snaps, stuff like that. But it's fun for me, and I hope it's fun for the other guy. But I'll give or
probably
take
not fun for the other guy if it's fun for you.
Yeah, I'll give or take. I
mean, sometimes you meet a fellow psycho on the mat.
Exactly.
The thing I've learned the most from jiu-jitsu is if it's going real well for one of you, it's not so fun for the other. I can only imagine from the humor department, very similar.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember a couple of guys at the gym, and they're like, he's the most terrifying because he's just giggling right now and he's having too good of a time.
I've had people similar to this where they just become a Batman villain as they're passing your guard and just like a plush toy laughing. And I go, what's happening? This isn't fun. Yeah. So what I've learned to do over the years is I roast people, and I find that I might not be able to pass your guard without it. Yeah. But with it, a lot better. Yeah. I'll say that much. So it's my thing.
Oh, I do the same thing. I'll be like chatting with them, or their coach will call something out, and I'll just be like, no, don't do it. Like, don't do it. Just like, and it distracts them. It does work. So I mean, I'll take whatever I can get.
Did you yell, no, don't do it?
Yeah, there was a quintet match that I was doing, and the guy was way bigger than me, and so I was in like a kind of a north-south scenario, and their coach was calling for a darts. I'm like, no, don't do it. But I also knew the coach, so it was
that's a much better situation.
It was much better that way. So shout out David Barnes for that.
I've had some. I'm so used to people coaching against me when I've competed that I do freak out when somebody's giving me coaching advice, because I'll show up usually without a coach, and then I'll just start going to work, and then all of a sudden I'll hear somebody yelling out good advice. I'm like, yeah, right, wait, no, they mean that. Oh, wait, that was good advice.
That was great.
Who is that? And because again, I'm always like, who yelled that? What's happening? And it is until like after I finish the match, like, oh my God, were you doing that? I'm just so genuinely surprised. Like, oh, I think everybody is usually, all my friends normally root against me when I'm competing. Yeah. So half the time I'm like, yeah, shut up. No one has ever rooted for me in jiu-jitsu. So I know where that comes from. So hearing you say like, no, don't, like, it's a dude who's probably winning who's yelling that, not a fan. So what I would love to know right now is, you're going to become a character on TV for a lot of people. Yeah, that is what we do here. What do you think people need to know most about you, sir?
I'd like to say probably at the start, I am pretty kind of closed off until I get comfortable. But once I get comfortable with people, I mean, I get weird. They turn into a weird guy, I guess. You can ask people at my gym, they know. But you know, it's when I open up with people, I tend to get talkative and get weird. I don't know what's the best way to say it.
Stop saying that. It's starting to unnerve me. The first time I was okay, and it was like, get weird. But you're saying get weird.
I want to emphasize this. All right. I just want to, it's like softening y'all up before I turn into a weirdo, you know?
But you said it 3 times. Yeah. I feel like I've gotten the note here. Can I follow up on this? And maybe I'm wrong, because I thought I was doing research. But like, I had to ingest a lot of Instagram profiles. Yeah. Was yours the one that had an animal on the shoulder in your fighter profile photo?
Yeah, that's Callie.
Was it a cat or
a cat?
It's a cat. Okay. Yeah. Why did you feel the need to pose with your cat for a super fight photo?
So it was just a random idea that I thought of. My cat loves like being on me anyways. So I was like, why don't I just throw her on my shoulder? And it was like for a local promotion at the time. And then it just became a brand. One guy told me, it was like, why don't you just make yourself a cat Papi at this point, and name change and everything.
Sorry. It's got a branding thing.
Yeah, my cat is my brand.
I'm an old here. So you said a cat Papi? Is that what they refer to themselves as?
So I'm a cat Papi, technically.
Sure. Yes. But that's a thing?
Yeah. I'm a cat father.
No, I know what it means, you dork. I'm just saying, I didn't know that people were like, I'm a girl dad. I'm a cat Papi.
Yeah.
And why did it suddenly go into Spanish when most people are like, I'm a girl dad?
It's got zest. It's got zest to it, you know? The cat dad just sounds, lame.
Yes, this sounds so much better. Especially when you figure out it's in a different language. It's like, it sounds foreign.
Cat Papi, you know?
That's why they don't call it the Angeles. It's Angeles.
Yeah.
So, okay. Brady, here's why I'm afraid. I've seen your work.
Yeah.
I know what you do.
Yes.
But I also know what my job is. And I feel like my job is to roast you so aggressively this season. Like, you have stood out the most in terms of who I need to pick on.
Yeah.
Do you understand this, and are you okay with it?
I'm perfectly okay with this. I have an older brother, so
you do.
Yes, so I can.
And
I
he's
can
roasted you a lot.
Oh yeah.
What is the most damaging thing your older brother has ever said about you or to you?
Dude, that's a deep question. Yeah. Oh my God, it probably has something involving my hairline or something like that.
You have good hair.
Hey, it's false.
No, you do have. Yeah. Hey, you have hair.
Yeah.
So we could start with that. Now, granted, it looks like Drew Carey's wet dream hair, but I'm saying like you have hair.
Yeah. It's iconic, I guess. I would say it's either that or he's a power lifter, so we'll work out together and he'll just call me a pussy, you know. I could say pussy.
Yeah. It's 2020.
Yeah.
Just, you don't strike me as a pussy. So just calling you a pussy means like, how much is he lifting then comparatively?
I think before his 31st birthday, he wanted to bench 400 pounds. So he just hit that.
Can I ask what your bench is?
Not 400 pounds. I mean, sure. Probably like 225.
That's pretty good. Yeah. You know what? You're not 225 either. So
yeah, exactly. I'll take it.
Way above average.
Yeah.
Jesus, kid. Good Lord. And let me just, to the brother, I don't know you, sir, but if you're benching 225 and you're what, $150 right now, $160?
$170 right now.
You're $170. Oh.
Right now. I'm on the way down, but I carry my weight a little bit. It's all in my ass. You said it's 2025. I can say whatever.
You can say whatever you want, sure. But it's what you choose to say is what I'm more concerned with. They're like, weird, pussy, ass. So you've really covered the gamut. Good job. You know what? Maybe your brother was right. I don't know. I don't know you enough to say you were a pussy, but maybe he was right to just make fun of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get back on track here. What are your expectations for this season at PGF, sir?
As you've seen probably from my Instagram, I'm very submission oriented. I think that's one thing about me that people do know. You can see it on Enigma, honestly. Most of my matches on Enigma ended within the first minute. So I am, calling out that elbow genie shit. And I want to get those points. I think, there's some hard hitters. So if I can accrue points pretty quickly, I can stand with the best of them, I think.
Very nice. Mm-hmm. Very nice. I would like to ask this as well. What would winning the PGF mean to you, sir?
Everything. I want this to be my life. I've, completely positioned my entire livelihood around jiu-jitsu. It's my world now, and I want it to be that. And I think this is the best platform for it. And I think that if I win, hopefully when I win, I can show everybody else that there's a reason why I've been making this my life,
Very nice, sir.
Yeah.
You're easy to root for. So as much as we make fun of you, I hope you know that we will be rooting for you. Absolutely. Because then we have more jokes to do.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because then I'll stick around, and then you can make more jokes around.
That's why I'm excited.
Yeah.
Listen, bro, this is a two-way business.
Yeah.
Good business for you is good business for us. And I have a feeling you will be a team favorite. I feel like you will get along with a lot of the guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that is a hidden gem of this whole competition aspect, which is very difficult to do. I'm going to end with this, dude. That is your camera right there. Your job right now. Talk to that camera. Tell people. Any shout outs you want to give, where they can come train with you. And last but not least, tell people why they should be excited to see you, sir.
Absolutely. I'm here to make a show for you guys. Okay. So, I came here strictly on business. I stand on business just like all my ATLians at home do. Shout out to Mark. I hate rolling with you. You're the worst, but, one of the best athletic brands that you can work for with Nation. I'm so glad to be a part of the team. Odyssey, love all you guys down there. I'll be back to coach you guys, make you do 10-minute rounds that you hate. But
sorry, you make them do 10-minute rounds?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a fan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's cardio. Yeah. I hate 3-minute rounds. So situationals.
You have no idea. Wait, situationals?
So there are situationals for 3 minutes. I hate them, but they're important. But they're the worst. So 10-minute rounds, and just be aware it's still going to be 10-minute rounds, even though I'm doing 6-minute matches. Screw you guys. Other than that, I love you, Amanda. You're the best. And Callie, I'm coming home. Eat your food.
That was to the cat.
That was to the cat. Okay. Yeah.
You took time to talk to the cat at the end when I said do shout outs. Yeah.
She knows what I'm saying.
All right. Yeah. Listen, if you aren't excited to have him on from this, I don't know what else to do. Brady, it's going to be a pleasure to get to know you this summer, man.
Yes, sir.
I hope all is going well, and we look forward to having you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Don't go anywhere.